Yes. It's going to be a remake.
I'm talking about cult classic.
Yeah, we're not talking about cartoons.
Yeah, but I'm looking into the future. It's going to be our kids that are the ones that
decide.
That are going to decide the cult classic. Right.
Frozen is not a cult
Frozen,
classic.
no.
I'm sorry.
In our generation, it's not, but in others, it will be.
You're betting on the wrong horse, bud.
Yeah, what are the odds on this? Because I'm putting down money right now.
When we're like 65 years old, I'm going to call you like, hey, Bob, guess what, man? They came out with Frozen and it's a hit. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say.
When you're 65, I'm not even be alive.
Who's the next comedian to run the cult classics? Like Sandler, obviously. Kevin James took some. Rob Schneider was part of all of that.
Yeah,
like
they're all
who's the
buddies.
next? Who's the next person?
See, that
that's
problem is
gonna
I wouldn't know
pick
because
up on
that's
that
not
and-
my generation. I wouldn't know. I don't know
You
another
can still know.
comedian.
You should have more knowledge about who's going to do it than the
But
kids
in my
do.
head, there's nobody that's going to be better than Chris Farley or Adam Sandler. There's not.
There could be.
There could be.
Why can't there? How about Kevin Hart? I mean, he's
Yeah, he's
fun.
all right.
He's funny.
He's
I
funny.
like him.
I really liked Jumanji, and The Rock annoys me anymore because all of his movies are kind of the same. But I got a special place in my heart for Jumanji. Both of them were really good, and I love the thought of just kind of jumping into a video game and it being like real.
Oh, I think of that
Jumanji.
every time I drive. I want a GTA.
There's a
somebody.
Black Mirror
GTA.
episode like that.
Yeah, Black Mirror's got a lot of stuff.
There's like you ever seen that?
Oh,
that
wait,
little
wait,
thing?
no, I don't want to talk about that episode. Don't want to talk about that episode. That was really weird. The
Which
two
one?
dudes that were friends and they played the fighting game.
No.
And they
no.
started
Did you
kissing
watch the
each
new
other.
season? Did you watch the new season?
The one dude was a girl, and the other one was a guy. And in Black Mirror, right?
Oh, I do remember what you're talking
Right?
about. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And they were like boys.
Hey, did you guys give spoiler warning? In case
This
anybody's
is like
watching
10
this
years.
Spoiler-
This is
spoiler-
10 years after they
But
used
this
to
is
play-
like season 3.
I don't care. I've never seen it. What if I wanted to binge it?
So Bob, okay, so it
It's
starts off. These guys.
I don't need to know.
It starts off. These guys are young. They live together. They're roommates, right? They're playing video games together. It's a fighting game. Jump to the future 15, 20 years, okay? The dude's going to the guy's barbecue. He's got a son.
But these jelly beans are
He's got a son.
Do it.
Right, he brings a video gaming system to the kid to give to him for his birthday. It's virtual reality. So anyway, the dad starts playing it. Puts it on, right? He's playing it. Like, wow, this is great. It's like Mortal Kombat, right? You're fighting and all. So the other dude, I guess, has it at his house, and they start playing together. Well, the one guy is the girl in the game, the other dude is the guy. And it gets so weird.
Unbeknownst to them, or do they know?
Totally. No, they know who they are.
Oh,
They're
okay.
playing each other. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your butt," you know. And it's a girl, and she like tackles the guy and knocks him down.
Is that where you got that? Because we were going to do something like that at one point.
Oh, please don't do this.
No,
No,
virtual
well,
VR. We're going to do some bar game where we go in there and just mess
We
people
were
up.
going to do the bar fight thing.
Yeah,
we
we're
were
gonna
going to
mess
do a
people
game on
Yeah.
camera, and it's called something bar fight, drunken bar fight. And you basically go in VR, and then you go to a bar and you just start punching people, and you can cut them up with a chainsaw. And all
Oh
this
my
stuff.
god.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy and the girl in the game end up kissing, and they liked it. Whatever. So and then they
seven.
think they're gonna like it in real life. So they meet up in real life and they try it, and it wasn't the same. So then I guess their wives caught on to it, whatever. But then the wives let them do it in the game. It was just really weird, but it was Black Mirror, and it's talking about
So
the direction that the future's
Like
going.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, yeah.
well,
kinda
Black
like
Mirror
that.
is just like,
virtual reality.
Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Each episode
Very-
is just different.
yeah.
You know, it's
Okay.
sci-fi.
And it
Okay.
can use the same characters.
The Outer
playing different
Limits,
roles.
I would like kind of like the Outer Limits.
Right.
Very
It's
like it's
ver-
just,
yeah,
each
it's-
episode is not part of the series. It's just an episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the one with the space thing where they the guy makes a computer that they go into and they're in space? Did you watch that one?
It's not ringing a bell.
So it's a newer season, but they made a part.
The one where you get to pick which direction that you go in. Have you heard about this one? This was what, season 2? So you're watching it,
Blue was good.
right? You're watching it, and it's basically you get to choose what the character in Black Mirror does. You get A or B. And when you choose it, it puts them down a path. Then you get to choose another direction,
Like
and it puts them down another path. And you're watching this on Netflix, and it changes the end of what happens in the episode.
You pick basically the scenario.
pick. So
Like those books when we were younger.
Yep.
yeah, so but this episode does that. So I've gone back and changed the guy's direction, and I still ended up dying or something.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like,
There's different endings though if you choose the right one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was really cool. So this last season, they brought the one guy back from that episode. He was like a game designer. They brought him back in this last season, and he does some really crazy stuff in that episode. I'm not gonna spoil that one.
Is this the one with the
Oh.
DNA? Did he take the DNA from the employees of the company? And
Oh, that was another episode.
so that episode, right? They made a part 2 in the new season.
Right, I did see that.
Did you
Yes,
see
that
part
is
two?
in space.
Did you see part 2 of
He
it?
made clones of them and then put them in the game.
Right.
And then the people in the office found out that he made clones, and they went in the game and found themselves, and they were like confused because the clones in the game thought they were the real people. And it was that episode was really
Did you watch the
Really?
second part of it though? Have you seen
yeah.
the
I've
new
seen
season?
the newest one.
The
I've seen
newest one's
one.
wild
Yeah.
too, man.
I know. It really makes you think about where video games could go.
Yeah. The bees too. Did you see the one with the bees?
That attack people. You can make them attack.
They basically
people.
ended
Yes.
the world with bees because
Yeah.
they can get in anywhere.
Well, this last season of Black Mirror, there was the episode with the video game again.
Uh huh.
The same dude that created the video
Yeah.
game in the last one created one in this one, and there were these little creatures in the game that were like real.
Yep.
I'm
He
not
is a
gonna-
good actor. The dude, the creator,
Yes.
he's a good actor.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Is.
Yeah. He was in Fargo too. He was in a couple
Yeah, he was in
episodes
a lot of
Fargo.
movies.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember what all the movies that he was in.
And you see the one where they did the girl with the tumor?
Oh yeah.
Tumor? And
Yeah,
it
they
was
took a part of her
subscription.
brain out. Right, they take a part of this woman's brain out, and they said, "Listen, she's got a brain tumor. She'll never be the same." But there's this.
We have an option.
We have an option. There's this new technology where we can cut that part.
That's just easy ones, right?
We
It is,
copy that brain section, and we put a chip in your brain, and we take that section out.
And the good news is the
it's-
surgery's free.
Yeah. And there's just a monthly service fee
Oh, boy.
to do it. It's like $50 a month, right?
The brain tissue connects to a cell
Yeah.
tower.
Yeah. Wi-Fi. It's
The
Wi-Fi.
Sirius XM got me that
and
way.
you got to stay within a certain range, right? But they're like, oh, it goes really far. So,
We're
they get
updating,
it.
you know.
They get it, right? And the woman's like, all normal and everything's good. So then they go on vacation, and all of a sudden they get past the Wi-Fi range, and she's like, meow. He's like, oh my God, what's going on? They realize they went too far, so they go to the place, and they said, hey, my wife's brain's shutting down. What's going on? They're like, oh yeah, you're in the basic plan, but if you upgrade for another $300 a month,
What was the name of it?
you can get the extended plan.
Plus. It was something
There
plus.
was like the plus, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, but you're in the basic plan, but now you can get the plus for $300. So this dude goes to work and he's like working extra overtime and all to get her the extended plan, right? So then everything's good again for a while. Then all of a sudden, she just in the middle of class starts going. She's like, Blue Moon, fantastic beer. Everyone should drink it.
She's commercial.
Now she's spitting out
Ads
commercials.
to her, dude.
Ads based on like the situation that she's in. So like the one kid came in, he was talking about something, and she's like, "You should go to church." Blah blah blah, like talking about church, and then the mom got all mad. So they go back to the place, and they're like, "Oh well,
That's
you
a
used
pilot
to,
program.
You used to have the basic plan. Now you have the general plan, but the general plan is now the basic plan. If you want to get rid of the ads, you got to pay another $1,000 a month."
On top of the service fees you're already paying, so it's like $1,800 a month.
Yeah, on top of that.
Wow.
But you have no choice because it's your wife's
And this is on
brain.
Netflix?
This is on
Yeah.
this is on Netflix.
All right.
So you have no choice, right? Then
So this dude's trying to come up with money, and he's doing some crazy stuff to do it.
Yeah, there's like things online. It's almost like a YouTube of things you do. Like say,
People
hey,
pay you to
it's a chat, right? And you're on
stick
camera.
a nail through your nose.
Yeah, stick a nail
okay,
through
yeah.
your nose, pull a tooth out.
Yeah.
You know, like random
so
stuff.
that's how the dude's making the money to do this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy.
And then-
I guess Katie's gonna be ads. I don't know.
But like you
That's
think about it, and I mean, hey, it could happen in our
Right.
future.
Uh-huh.
I could see it happening.
Right, with Jetsons, right? Now there's flying.
Well, my Netflix plan used to be good. Now it's got ads in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Same plan.
Yeah, my T-Mobile, it was like, oh, free Netflix, and then all of a sudden it was, yeah, it's free Netflix, but you get ads.
Yeah.
And you only get one account.
Yeah, and as that Netflix price increases, you start paying the difference.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
on
like,
that
wait a
plan.
minute, it's supposed to be free
Yeah.
Netflix for life. Well, yeah, it's free,
Right, but back in
But-
1980.
but it's free, but
I had Netflix back then when you got the red
We did
envelopes
too.
in the mail.
Yeah, we did too.
Yup.
yeah, yeah, I remember.
I had like the
sending
3 at a
that
time
back.
deal or something like that.
Yeah, we did the 3.
Yeah.
You
Then
have to
automatically
wait.
switched over.
Your
to
mom was
streaming.
on point with them. She had a mail back.
I know I had
watch
it like
it.
05,
Wait, what
04.
were all, so obviously Blockbuster. Then there was, what were some of the other ones?
Redbox,
West Coast Video.
West Coast
West
Video.
Coast Video.
So over in Mantua was Monster Video. That was a little by itself store. That was awesome.
A to Z video stores where I used to
Yo,
go.
when I was a
in
kid,
Redstone.
there used to be a Kodak photo booth in the parking lot at the shopping center. It
What was the
tiny.
one in Glassboro?
Yo, they started.
Not Blockbuster.
They
it was
weren't
another one.
doing photos
Hollywood.
anymore.
Hollywood Video.
Hollywood
Sorry.
Video, yeah.
Yeah.
But the dude started doing Nintendo games, and all of a sudden, man, he was like super busy. But every time you went there, you couldn't get games because they only had like 2 or 3.
Monster Video had Nintendo games.
Yeah, but it was like the first before like Blockbuster came around. This dude is in a parking lot in a little booth doing video.
Like, how many people today would understand Please Be Kind, Rewind?
See, I had something that you probably you've never.
Or
even
just
heard
pay
of.
the extra $1 and let them do it.
Right.
Did you guys play Sega a lot? Sega system?
How about TurboGrafx 16?
No.
Not a lot of people missed out on that one.
So the Sega system used to have a service where
Mm-hmm.
basically you would put your cartridge in and the cable wire would hook up to it. It was called Sega TV. And it was like basically a subscription to games, unlimited games for Sega.
Really?
And not a lot of people have heard of it, but when I lived in PA, we had it for a couple months.
The internet was so slow back then. I can't see that. It was
Well, no, this was just a cable connection, like almost like they streamed it through. I don't know. It was ahead of its time.
Like your Sega became a cable box.
Kind of like, yeah, it was weird.
Do you know
'Cause,
who
like,
did the first podcast?
Not me.
first podcast? Not Rogan.
Tom Green started it.
Oh, Tom Green.
Tom Green
I love
started
Tom
it.
My bum is on your lips?
I
Yeah.
love Tom Green.
He
Yes.
started doing it in his house. He set up a studio and started doing it live. He was like live streaming. He basically invented the podcast.
That's crazy.
I know. You don't even think about that. But he was one of the first people to do it. But he didn't make all the money.
So our camera person is very, very annoyed at us right now.
That's all right. What, she going like this?
Oh, I think the people at home are going to be
the
seasick
camera
because of how
person
much
went
she's
from this to this.
At one point, I looked over and I saw this a couple
All right,
times.
fine.
Yes.
The
fine.
camera's going like this.
Fine, we'll end the movie discussion. I'm sorry.
Is it Michael Bolton?
No, it's Kenny G.
No, it's Michael Bolton.